Where are we going?
To the lobby.
What's going on?
There's some kids down there that want to meet us.
Oh, cool.
Photo shoot everywhere I go.
Going down.
Go.
Going up.
It's right here, right?
Names.
All right, so first, say your name and spell it for the camera.
Yeah, Zach Darpinian. It's ZACKDARPINIAN.
Perfect.
All right, that's all.
All right.
That's it. See you later.
All right. So you're Manhattan YangGang. Are you the one that started the group?
Yeah. So technically, we're called the Little Apple YangGang,
Right.
but not a lot of people know what that means. So,
What does that mean?
well, Manhattan, Kansas, is slightly smaller
Just a little bit.
than Manhattan, New York, by a small amount.
What is New York?
I didn't know that, bro.
Some people consider Manhattan, New York, to be the Big Apple, and therefore, we're the Little Apple.
Makes sense. All right. How long are you in Iowa?
I'll be here the whole week. Yeah, I might come back over the weekends to do some more canvassing prior to the primaries, but at least 1 week.
All right. What's your favorite obscure Yang policy? While you're thinking, any button for an interview, you get a free button.
Fantastic. I need a claw button for sure.
Yes.
Nice.
Claw.
Which one did you get?
You got the claw.
What made you decide to come for the whole week or come to Iowa?
Yeah. Why are you here? On a deep personal.
I am deathly afraid of what will happen if Yang does not become president. And I believe that if he's in charge, should might start to work a little better than it currently is. A good part of it's fear.
Yeah, it's like if we get him elected, it's a lot of good consequences.
Yeah.
If we get him not elected, it's a lot of bad consequences. The direction we're going.
Yeah, and I might differ a little bit from some of the YangGang on this. I could see him working really well as the VP for either Biden or Bernie.
I agree.
Mainly because they're really old.
Yes.
And they're not going to do 2 terms.
Probably not.
So
It's been 4 years since Bernie ran, and he's already a little different.
yeah, it's
Joe's a lot of bit different. It's just
you're very right.
I do think Joe would pick Yang, but I don't think Bernie would.
I think it's unlikely. Yeah, which is unfortunate because they line up in a lot of ways.
So much, but they have different
different ways to get there.
Yeah.
I tried to come up with a better one, but my favorite obscure Yang policy is definitely thorium nuclear reactors.
Thank you.
So I'm an electrical engineer and I studied physics at K-State, and it makes sense. And the fact that it hasn't been done up until now is almost purely just political bullshit because the science is known and proven.
Let's get somebody
and it's
who
just
likes
really
science.
interesting. And on top of that, I can't imagine all the crazy excited physicists who would be ready to go to work doing something like this. A lot of my physics friends who graduate from K-State, they end up being like, working in finance because they're good at math. And that's it. It's like there's no physics jobs. So building thorium reactors, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really awesome. I wanna have this as science.
Oh yeah,
that's 2024.
I like that. What does it stand for? Super cool, intellectual, extra new. I already said cool. Crazy, crafty, experts.
We'll workshop.
Science.
I do want a science hat and a STEAM hat because I love that Yang doesn't just do STEM, it's STEAM. We include art.
Yeah.
So what's your 30-second elevator pitch?
So, if you haven't heard of Andrew Yang, he's He's running for president. He wants to give everybody $1,000 a month. But he also has another 150 policies on top of that. All of them very data-driven, very solutions-oriented, and he doesn't have a particular political agenda. He doesn't tend to lean left or right. And the way he answers questions and solves problems seems a lot more human to me than any of the other candidates. So vote for him.
Okay.
YangGang!
Alright, so say your name for the camera first.
Bonito. You want to put your Twitter handle in there or anything? You can. Okay. All right. Let's start off with a weird one. What's your favorite weird Yang policy? Like one of the weird ones nobody talks about. If you have one.
Yeah, I don't have one.
All right. What about this? What's your favorite talent of yours? Like what's the? I keep seeing new weird shit.
It's not just, you know what I'm saying, just him being himself. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's him.
Yeah. He's so like true to
Yeah. Just being who the fuck he is. And that's why I fucking love him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, our friend Donnie the Hawk, Donovan Fisher, who's a big fan of yours. Will you give him a shout out?
Yeah.
Say hi to him.
Oh yeah, I know him real, bro.
Yeah, you know who Donovan is?
I love you. Yeah. I love y'all.
Do you want a free button for your interview?
I got a lot of fucking buttons.
All right.
I'm serious, I got a lot of fucking buttons.
I believe you.
But yeah, I got a lot of free shit.
How did you first hear about Andrew Yang?
Huh?
How did you first hear about Andrew Yang?
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
That was a big.
Joe Rogan was the big one. Yeah, I heard about him through fucking Joe Rogan, and after that, you know what I'm saying? I just,
Yeah, after that, it's like done for a lot of people.
yeah. So I don't know. It's,
How long you here in Iowa?
I'll be here for like a week.
Cool.
A week, and I'm down with the bullshit.
There's a lot of people here.
I know. It's fucking a lot of people here, man. It's fucking crazy. But yeah.
Anything you want to say to the people? Hopefully.
Yeah. Vote for Yang. You know, just do whatever you can for him. You know.
All or nothing right now.
Yeah, all or nothing right now. And you know, I love the dude. I love him. We love him. we out here fucking doing this shit. It's for him. And just yeah.
That's it. Well said, man.
All set.
Thank you, sir.
We're doing on right now.
All right, Chris, so say your name into the camera and spell.
I'll say one. My name is Chris Gitry, Gitre.
How long are you here in Iowa?
So, you know, I got a place for a month.
Nice.
And so I'm really excited. I'm going to actually be registered to caucus, so I'll be out there.
Really? Nice, dude. That's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that I could register as an Iowan, but apparently, according to the Secretary of State, you can. So I jumped on that immediately.
All right. Glad to have you. So, not on like a surface level answer, like obviously Yang's great and everything, but what deep thing brought you here? What's really pushing you to get him there?
You know, I think that there's two things I like about Yang. One, his policies are amazing and great. And numerous. The one that really sold to me is all the policies he's got, but calling tax day, revenue day, making it a holiday, making it exciting, that make me excited to give my cash away to everyone. And so that policy aspect was really crucial, but there's no other messenger and leader I would rather have enact those policies than Yang. Because of his empathy, his sincerity, his ability to communicate. I think those are all really great aspects of a leader that we should actually really want as a country.
I've noticed that too.
Much better than him.
Yeah, it's like, it's not just his UBI. Like, out here just wanting $1,000 a month. It's not that simple. We actually really like the person behind the idea. So it's good to hear that. My next question was going to be, what's your favorite obscure eating policy? But yeah, the tax is a holiday. It's pretty obscure. What is your favorite Yang talent? Because the man there's a new video every other week of him doing something different.
You know, I got a good answer for this one because I played a lot of basketball in my life. I've probably won over 1,000 games to pick up basketball. And Yang's bank shot is surprising from the corner. He does the same shot all the time.
Yeah.
Surprisingly accurate and lethal. I wouldn't be able to defend it myself.
I can't do those shots myself.
Yeah, I wish I had a shot like that. I'd say I would be at least a college player. I don't know. It's crazy for me. You just identify so closely with him because he likes basketball. I like basketball. So every day I find out something about him that really I'm happy with and really makes me happier to be in the middle of Iowa. I'm from California.
Oh, really?
From San Diego, and I never thought I would be in Iowa, living in a rented house.
That's wild.
So that's makes me really happy that I'm here. So I'm really happy.
What's your 30-second elevator pitch? You got someone that doesn't know Yang. How are you going to convince them in 30 seconds?
So, I actually had my car stolen. I used to live in Las Vegas, and I found out people actually like to steal stuff in Las Vegas a lot. My car was actually stolen from the Yang rally, so I had to take Ubers everywhere. My insurance still working on it, so we're getting it figured out, but I still have to take Ubers right now. And so I've actually taken the oath to Yang, or at least try to Yang, 100% of my Uber drivers no matter what. Every time, it doesn't matter, even if I'm in a bad mood, which is not often, but 100% of the time. So I have my elevator pitch. So you want to hear it?
Yes, sir.
So I'll just say real quick. He's a young guy. He's 45 years old. He's got 2 sons. One of them is autistic. But his main policy is called the Freedom Dividend, and it's $1,000 a month for every American citizen until they die, 18. Now, I personally don't need $1,000 a month, but I like it. What's most exciting to me is the prospect of American economy where we all have an economic floor to fall back on. So that if we take risks, we don't feel scared to fail. And it allows us to do things like start businesses, pay off car repairs, pay off debt, daycare for our kids, occasional night out. And so I really think if you haven't heard of them, check them out on YouTube. Take 5 minutes of your time.
Fair enough, that's a good one. Honestly, a lot of people hear that and they're like, how can that happen? And they do want to dig in for themselves, and then they see, all right, the math is there. There's a reason why it has math on his hat. It's not just some socialist dream. On the reverse end, you hear somebody trying to band-aids for capitalism. Everyone's got their own perspective they come at this from, and it's forward. The cliches are right. It's not left or right, it's forward.
I think that, so I say it's capitalism that doesn't start at zero.
Yes.
What I've heard Andrew say, and I saw this in a video, it was your recap video that someone put out, it was really good. The socialism capitalism dichotomy is outdated, and we should really try to take the best of both worlds and put them into our economy. And really, we do need to change our economy, I think, especially to account for the new advances in technology and to account for the statistics that we see about Andrew highlights that I expect to see is
people aren't happy. GDP doesn't matter if people aren't happy.
Yeah, people need to be happier and more confident and more secure.
And get safe. Like you said, they can take risks without being homeless.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And living in Las Vegas, and both those cities have a pretty staunch homeless population. And I know firsthand what it looks like to be homeless. It's very saddening. And I do think that the $1,000 a month freedom dividend will be the best policy that will directly have its best chance at ending homelessness. And I think that's really exciting. And not only are people going to be more inclined to help homeless people because if they can help them get on their feet, there is that sort of income that they can contribute to the household or maybe like make a deal or something like that. But as well, giving the homeless people $1,000 a month, I'm pretty sure will help alleviate the drug addictions and that decision making.
Like he also has the policies that come into those other factors, like you said, drugs. Like the open injection sites would allow them to do it and not overdose and die. Like so many different policies actually support the freedom dividend as well. So it is something that we can build off of. It's like,
I really like how all the policies are founded in data and historical examples and our other contemporary countries examples like how we want to use the VAT because it's been effective in Europe, whereas the wealth tax has been shot down after 2 years because it's a disaster. So we should take, like he says, like, and then I think the drug example comes from Portugal.
yeah.
And so we should really be learning from our friends that cross different borders and learning from their experience.
If it works, it works, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Got anything else you'd like to say?
You know, shouts out to Michael for Yang, really great guy. Shouts out to Juanito.
We just had him on.
Juanito is a really good guy, guys. And shouts out to all the YangGang. I really find that everyone in the YangGang, most everyone, is really, really great. And I'm really happy to be here in Iowa. So thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Glad to have you on our team. Started it, but we're going to try to get as much content going this week as we can.
I'll be happy to.
Let's see. So first, just say your name and spell it in the camera.
Okay, my name's Cesar Marquez, C-E-S-A-R, and my last name Marquez is M-A-R-Q-U-E-Z.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
When did you get here in Iowa?
I got here last night, went to Burlington to see YangGang, have a beer with them. Yeah. So I got to meet him on our Thursday, so that's pretty awesome.
Real quick, this guy holds the record for amount of times some YangGang has retweeted someone.
Does Andrew Yang follow you on Twitter?
Not yet. So funny story.
He's confident.
Okay, no, hold on. Funny story though, because I met him today, and I know like Scott Santos asked him to follow him. So I did that today. I got to meet him again today.
Do you know Scott Santos?
I checked and he did follow Scott.
Yeah. And
So he might follow you.
Yeah, so that's why I asked him. I asked him to follow me. He hasn't done it yet, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that he will.
Awesome.
I think I got one retweet from him when I was at the Yangapalooza.
Oh, cool.
It wasn't even. I just took a bad picture and he retweeted it. It blew up.
That's funny.
Okay. Here's a weird question for you. What's your favorite obscure Yang policy? Something that never gets talked about, but is just really like interesting to you.
Oh man.
If you got one.
Let me look them up. I'm sorry. Especially because, like, one of the obscure ones, that's a hard one. Man, tell me some options.
Okay, we've got like the penny makes no sense. We've got nuclear.
Yeah, okay. No, I got it right there. I fucking hate pennies. I hate pennies with a passion.
Thank you.
I hate them so much.
And nickels almost.
Yeah, like we don't need them. Especially nowadays that we have like, credit cards. Like, why do we have the pennies? So yeah, literally.
You gotta stop being romantic about pennies in our pockets.
Yeah, and see, for me, that was not an obscure one because that's one of like, that one makes sense.
Literally,
like 100%. I'm with you. on that
Your
one.
question. Do you know John Green?
John Green, I do not.
Okay, well he's an author, like YouTuber, but
We actually have like the science ones.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're at. Well, I know these.
okay, he got to sit down with Obama when he was president, and he asked them, "Can we get rid of the pennies?" And Barack's answer was that people cared too much, or something along those lines. Like people are just sentimental. So, no, get out of here.
And I love the name too because they make no sense. Like we're paying more to make it than what their value is. So
5 pennies.
100%. We need to get rid of the penny.
Thank you. All right.
I'm very passionate about this one. Alright? Almost as passionate about the freedom dividend.
Oh, we don't care about the freedom dividend. We just don't want pennies.
It's like freedom dividend, democracy dollars, get rid of the fucking penny, alright?
How long are you here in Iowa?
So I'm gonna be here probably till the 13th, so like two more days after the Yang week.
Man, I'm hearing a lot of people staying here for a long time. That's getting me excited.
Yeah.
There's so many people just in Des Moines alone.
100%. Yeah.
All right. You're just talking to somebody that's never heard of Andrew. What's your 30-second pitch to get them excited?
Okay, so I asked them, hey, have you heard of YangGang Hang? Right? They say, oh yeah, maybe a little bit. I asked them like, you know, I like to introduce people about the freedom dividend, right? So if he's trying to propose the freedom dividend, $1,000 a month, and then I ask him this, does that sound crazy to you, right? And usually it does, because at first it's like, get the fuck out of here, $1,000, how are we gonna pay for it, right? So I always validate what they're feeling, and I tell them like, it does sound crazy, right, at first, and like I tell them like, don't worry, I felt the same way, but let me tell you two things. Let me tell you why we need it and how do we fund it, right? So then after I tell them like why we need it, because of automation and like all that kind of stuff, you know, it gets people like thinking about it. And I always like to give examples. So I work at Tesla. I work at the Gigafactory in Reno, Nevada.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so I tell them like, you know, in the next couple of years, we're going to be making the semi trucks that are going to drive themselves. So what's going to happen with the truck drivers? What's going to happen to the people that work at the truck stops, the diners, the motels, right? And then I give them examples about McDonald's, Walmart, like everything that they see. And then you get to see that it clicks with people, right? And then so once you do that, you know, I ask them like, so let me tell you how we fund it, and I talk about the value-added tax. Now, because it's a 30-second, like, you're not gonna go into like all the different, you know. So I think as long as people know the way we pay for it is by taxing the corporations that are gonna benefit.
They're paying zero right now.
Yeah, that are gonna benefit most from this automation technology, big data, like your Facebooks, your Googles, your Amazons. You know, it makes a little bit more sense to people. So that's kind of, you know, my
And to go on to further your point on automation, like what Elon said from like a couple of years ago was that eventually a UBI will be needed because automation's there. But like,
Exactly.
there's no reason not to prepare for it.
Yeah.
One, and two, just side consequence in poverty. Like
Right, exactly. And so some people, I've met people that say, you know what, I do agree with it, but I think it's a little bit too early right now, right? And then that's when homeless people. Yeah, that's when you bring out like homelessness problem. You know, the fact that 78% people
I've had a broken car for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Also the fact that, you know, right now we don't recognize a lot of the work that goes on to be a caregiver, a mother.
so many important things.
Yeah, and so my goal when I canvas is not to convince somebody like on the spot.
I like how you said you meet them where they are.
Yeah, it's about having a positive interaction and just getting them to look into YangGang Hang.
Yeah, he'll do the convincing for us.
He's exactly, yeah. He's done a lot of the work already by, you know, doing so many podcasts and things like that. That I feel if you just push people just to that point to let them do their own research, they will come to the same conclusion that everybody here came to, right? Because most people don't like to be told what to do, right? If I come up to you and tell you like, hey, can you vote for this guy? You're like, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't know what to do, right? So I think as long as you present them that option and say, hey, at the very least, could you please be fair and look into it? And I think that's a very reasonable request. And in my experience, you know, people have I've had a great result with that.
Cool. Good to hear.
Yeah.
I love your passion.
Oh, thank God, I'm very passionate, man. Like this is one of the things.
These are like the most passionate.
100%, yeah. Out of all the people, you know, out of everybody from the YangGang, the sacrifice that they've made as far as like the travel, you know, like everybody's probably, you know, using vacation time to be here, right? So instead of, I've met people from fucking Ireland, Spain, Germany, like Denmark, like holy crap, dude, it's amazing. Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I have a personal, like, for me question.
Okay.
Have you met Elon?
I have not yet.
I was gonna live through.
But I will say this, like, I don't know if I should say this.
We can cut it if you want.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but like, if you work at Tesla, you know,
different perspective,
it's
I
a
guess.
different perspective because if Elon's there, it's probably for a different reason. Like he's but he does go out and say hi to the associates and stuff like that. But obviously if he's there is because there's something going on, and you don't want to be you don't want to be the person that
Fair enough. I've heard some bad stories, and I'm like, stop it.
Yeah,
He's cool, but he does have his own.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, like we work for a company. He has certain expectations. So a department is not meeting those expectations. He's going to be there. So luckily, he hasn't been at Stater, which is the department that I work at. So yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on. Do you want to free the button?
Oh yeah, I'll get you.
All right, so say your name to the camera and spell it.
I have to spell my name.
He's been doing that. Don't ask me.
Okay. So my name is Stephanie Santiago. It's not
You don't have to spell it. You don't have to spell it.
That's not
I know how to spell
Santiago.
it.
Yeah, but okay. Put the camera down. All right. So it's spelled S-T-E-P-H-A-N. It's not with the Y. It's with an I-E.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your little name?
Catanala. It's spelled C-A-T-A-N-A-O-A-N.
All right. When did you get to Iowa?
Oh, today I got to Iowa
That's
today.
cute. Awesome.
We made it here together. We drove up and we got here around maybe 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock?
2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
1 o'clock, 2
How long
o'clock,
you-
3 o'clock, 4.
How long are you staying?
Until they don't need me anymore.
You're living here forever?
I'm not staying here. Have you met Nick Weinhardt? Have you met 48 States for Gang? This man has met 48
I know him.
States for
Yeah,
Gang.
I know him.
This man. There's this gentleman. He is trying to go to all 48 states, campaigning for
I'm
this.
missing a couple.
Is Nick here?
Yeah, he's right.
Oh, good. You got to send him over now.
Okay. He finally got a van. He finally got a decal.
saw it out there.
Yeah, you should take a picture with that.
Yeah, we gotta
and
do
you can sign it.
just putting
But
it on YouTube.
he's doing his own thing, and I'm just like ragtagging
Oh, you're
on
going.
for for the ride.
Right
so
on.
I'm having fun.
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited. And he's been doing this since
How long
September.
are you both staying in Des Moines?
However long they need
Okay,
us.
okay. Whatever.
We'll probably be in Iowa for like a few weeks. Probably once the caucus is over, we'll go somewhere else. And it's not that cold. I got here and I was
right
like,
now.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so nice out.
It's kind of nice, yeah.
But I'm scared for summer. Just saying. If it's this warm in winter,
I brought my snow pants.
I know, like, come on. Anyway, that's fine.
Next question.
Okay. Oh my god. I met her January 2nd on my birthday
It was his birthday.
in our town. He just like came.
He set it up.
Okay.
This man, he's got it all down.
What's
Have you gone canvassing in Kansas yet?
Yeah.
I had like my very first taste of canvassing today.
in Kansas?
No, we're in Iowa.
You said Kansas.
Yeah, but you can do it anywhere.
I will after this.
Did you use the app? Did you use the...
Minivan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us about your experience canvassing, Stephanie.
It is so much fun because a lot of people like they have their choices in their head. They're like, oh, I like Bernie, oh, I like Ward. But once you actually get into it and start talking to them about issues that they think about, they're like, oh, we didn't know he wanted to do that.
We didn't know he could directly affect me as an individual and society as a
People
whole.
don't really pay attention to politics. It just happens on the screen, and they're like, okay, I hear like a little sound bite.
I think a lot of us are kind of embarrassed. We're like, I don't like this. All right, what's your favorite obscure Yang policy? The one that just never gets talked about.
Obscure Yang policy.
One of the millions of policies.
He has so many policies. I'm not even familiar with all of his policies.
Choose a button since you did this. I'm gonna pull up the.
Thoughts for Yang?
Well, I want to hear your 30-second...
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that too. Your 30-second elevator pitch. Someone that either doesn't know at all about Yang or has like heard the name but doesn't really. She needs more than 30 seconds.
Listen here.
That's in America.
How are your children doing? I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to bring children into this world knowing that climate change exists, knowing that robots are going to take over the world, knowing that anyone but Andrew Yang is not going to be president. I'll get into it, but that's just my 30-second pitch.
That's a good pitch, honestly. Like the children were.
Oh, you have an Evelyn Yang sticker?
Yes, I love that one. I'm gonna, okay, don't tell anyone this because they'll steal my idea. I want to make a shirt that says, I came for the Yang, I stayed for the Evelyn. Because so many people end up loving her like more than they know.
I'm obsessed. I'm keeping this one. Wait,
Do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
shout out to
Oh, your weird
Jason.
phone.
He's an excellent guitar player. You should check out his music. He's on Spotify.
Thank you. I appreciate
That was
that.
nice.
Yeah, that was
That
nice.
was nice.
So that's also my 360 camera. Just thinking.
Oh, cool.
So I just
So you'll be able to like pan around.
so I just put up my raw 360 footage.
Cool.
And I'm putting
What's the channel?
YangGang Chronicles.
YangGang Chronicles, yeah. Check it out.
Cool. Hey, say your name and spell it for the camera.
Mike Yu, MikeRyu.
Okay, you're on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
What's your Twitter handle?
It's Humanity First with the 1ST 360.
Right on. Yeah.
Your face looks familiar. I feel like I follow you. I'm not sure. All right. When did you arrive here in Iowa?
Arrived last night
Last night. Okay. How long are you staying?
to the 12th.
Awesome. All right. Weird question. What is your favorite obscure Yang policy? Something that just doesn't get talked about, but is like important to you.
His American exchange program.
Thank you. I love it.
I was a former Peace Corps volunteer. I served 3 years in Jordan, and I feel like one of the major fundamental issues that we're facing as a nation is that we're not talking to each other, and we just see this constant division of big city, rural, West Coast, East Coast.
So spread out. Yeah.
And everyone's just so tribal in their and everyone's just constantly blaming the other, like these coasters or these Midwesterners. It's just, and I think the overall fundamental issues, a lot of us kind of have similar, we're facing similar issues, just maybe on different scales, or they impact us in different ways. But I think we could find more of a common ground than a difference. And I think Americans just going, visiting each other is what needs to happen.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Road tripping is some of the most developmental things in my own life, like just around the country.
you're just going out and everything.
Pivotal. Cool. What is your reason for like being here? Like, obviously you like Yang, but like, what's the deep-seated reason that you want this man to be president and you're fighting this hard to do it?
So, I mean, part of it is that whole, him inspiring me to invoke that American exchange program. I always grew up.
So that's extra important to you.
Yeah, it's me being a West Coaster, growing up in Orange County, and just actually making the point of making an effort of going out to rural America, being Asian American, and just going out and talking to Iowans, just to get a sense of like what are the issues here, just because I honestly don't know. I'm curious. And we might find a common ground somewhere, we might not, but and from what I've been hearing, Iowans are very polite and great to speak with, so that's part of it. The other part is just the skill set that I offer, so I'm helping running logistics with the volunteers here in just getting them up to speed, and then I'm also helping out with a greater kind of online training module as well. So just kind of a fun bunch of different things.
Awesome. I'm glad you're on our side.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I have nieces and nephews, and my wife and I are planning to start a family one day, and how every time I feel it when Yang, says that he's not running because he wants to, he's running because for the future for his boys. And that's essentially what I'm concerned about I want a safe planet and country that my nieces and nephews could grow up without having to worry about having their healthcare covered and not having to worry about school shootings and having that trauma and stress growing up. In a country that we should be better than, a lot of these issues.
Kind of sad to think about. There's no reason to be this far behind. All right, so what would you say to someone who's maybe heard of Yang, but definitely not into politics, or just hasn't heard of the whole story? What would be your 30-second elevator pitch to get them interested enough to Google it?
My main 30-second pitch is I've studied political science in undergrad. I've followed every election since I was allowed to vote. And Yang's the first person that every time I hear him speak, he gives me the most authentic and real heartfelt answer. And nothing is... because a lot of times you could see candidates and for certain policy positions, there's a template, and you could, after a while, you see it over and over. So all I could say is I'm concerned for the future generation, including my own family, and all I ask is that you just keep an open mind and just look at the materials yourself. Watch interviews. There's plenty of materials out there. There's not much I need to sell you on, because
it does it for you.
If you keep your mind open and just actually listen to what he's talking about, everything he lays it out right there. So.
Sounds like it gives you a lot of hope. I like that.
So my main pitch is I can't ask you to support or go do something. All I can ask is just do the work, put in the effort, and just check it out for yourself. And from there, you're going to just go down a rabbit hole, and I'll see
end up in a room full of people with math.
Exactly. So.
Do you want a pen for your interview today? Made these on Saturday.
All right, so just say your name for the camera again and then spell it.
Well, my name is Ping, P-I-N-G, and I'm from Indianapolis.
Awesome.
And I drove here, the nice short jaunt of 6.5 hours to take part in at least the first part of Yang Week before I head back.
First part, so you want to stay for a few days?
Yeah, I wish I could stay for longer, but unfortunately,
we understand.
So, yeah, but it's been a blast. We've enjoyed every moment we've been here.
Okay, so you obviously went through all that trouble of coming here, surrounding yourself with a bunch of math people. What? Obviously, you like Yang, but what's the deep reason that you personally went through all that trouble to get this man elected? What's the deep?
Yeah, it's a little hard to define, I think, but it's basically the sense that there's a real opportunity that presents itself, Andrew Yang is just coming up with such a fresh perspective. Fresh approach to just not just the issue of automation, which is his bag, but lots of other things like healthcare and civic institutions. It's really, I really sensed a real inflection point that might be taking place, and it kind of compelled me to be part of it.
So I heard you you mentioned a couple of things, so it sounds like you're a little well versed in his platform. What is your favorite obscure Yang policy that just never gets talked about but means a lot to you?
A lot to me. Ooh, well, you know,
Or just something that you think is cool. It doesn't have to
my actually favorite obscure one is probably removing the penny. I mean, no sense. It makes no sense at all. We love Abraham Lincoln, no doubt, but let's put him on some other denomination of currency. And no sense. I mean, just a drain on us for no reason.
It's like that policy just makes me think of him as a person that will see a simple problem and just.
And it really is a simple problem. It really is. It's almost weird how a lot of things like that just kind of fly under the radar. But that's one of them. So.
I love your Yang scarf, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Before I could get one.
Yeah, I know. I got this on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
So I got this long before he offered this on the store.
Okay.
So because I know I saw that back in the spring, and I thought to myself,
I need it.
I gotta have that. So it's very comfortable. I really like it.
Do you have a go-to elevator pitch for someone that knows little to nothing about Yang? Like a 30-second, 1 minute long, quick, succinct.
Yeah, I guess I would say that, you know, Yang has basically 21st century solutions for 21st century problems. And a lot of other politicians maybe have a little bit of a grasp of the problems of what's going on, especially with automation and the manufacturing sector, and soon to be hitting the call center workers and the truckers. But, you know, their problems are the solutions to those problems are kind of rooted in the past, you know, and saying like, you know, the training, stuff like that. Andrew is really forward-thinking and fresh, and not just in the freedom dividend, which is revolutionary, which is well past due in my opinion, but just in democracy dollars, in just his healthcare plan, he is really trying to get ahead of problems. He's actually trying to be proactive instead of reactive, and it's just so fresh and so invigorating just to see that.
Awesome. Is there anything you want to say to the general population? Anything on your mind about what's going on here? What to watch out for?
I would say that to the general population is that the first impulse we have when facing a great deal of change is fear. Just to be afraid of it, because it's new and unknown, and we're all afraid of the unknown. But if you can just conquer that fear, if you can just suppress it just long enough to look beyond it and see what's going on, I think we can do great things. And that's really all that's holding us back as a society.
You're an inspiration for me. Thank you. I'm just going to ask you.
Okay, first just say your name and spell it for the camera.
Niklaus Weinheimer, Niklaus Weinheimer.
All right. When did you get in Iowa?
I got to Iowa in Yangapalooza.
You've been here since
October 31st. We did a Halloween thing the night before.
Awesome. And how long are you staying?
So I'm doing the 48 states for Yang thing, and so I left Iowa a couple weeks ago, ran around some of the outskirts states, rallying the troops and everything. Now I'm here until as long as they need me.
Fair enough. All right. Here's a weird question for you. So there's a lot of common Yang policies that get talked about all the time. What's your favorite obscure one that just never gets talked about, but is really cool to you?
I like the penny makes no sense. First of all, it's like memeable as hell.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense to get rid of it because it's like it costs more money to make a penny than a penny is worth. I actually started collecting pennies into a jar, so like at the end of this whole thing, I'm gonna try and make like some sort of art piece. I don't know.
Cool. You brought up memes. Do you have a favorite Yang meme?
Oh god, so many to choose from. I think honestly, I really like when he was sipping the coffee on Bill Maher. It's like because I saw it live too, and I was like, damn, it's just like
you knew it. You knew that was a meme.
Yeah. I immediately went online. I was like, who's doing it?
What is your 30-second elevator pitch to someone that knows very little to nothing about you?
Let's say he is the tech-focused candidate in the field of tech illiterate, very mature adults. And like, I always talk about like the Facebook and Google congressional, what do you call it, like interviews or whatever it was. Was it? Hearings? Yeah, hearings. And you like listening to these old dudes like ask these young tech guys like, so where's my location? Does my phone know my location right now? And the guy's like trying to give the nuanced position, right? Like, well, I'd have to see like the settings and like to like. He's like, no, you know, tell me.
You know.
It's like,
I remember that. Oh, no.
it's so crazy.
Also, like, I don't work for that company. We're not all the same.
My jaw is literally on the floor right now.
Oh my goodness.
It's awful.
Okay, so you're doing a lot of extra work to get this man elected.
Yeah.
What is the thing personally driving you? Like, obviously it's great, like, blah, blah, blah. Is there anything specific, like, a driving reason, like, why you get up every day? What makes you think about this?
So last February, I kind of saw like for the last couple of years, I've been studying things to like prepare for like either apocalypse or civil war or some shit is happening. And you know, in these situations, money doesn't matter, but knowledge you can take with you, you can know that. So I've been developing as many skills as possible. I've been learning about cryptocurrency, like survival skills, everything, this and that. And when I saw him starting to bring this message that's like unifying us and has like this focus on tech, which is going to take us to the next step of like human organization, political systems, economies, everything. I was like, okay, this is where my time is best spent. And so I made this like declaration before I really jumped in with him that I was going to spend the next 3 years of my life doing whatever it took to get us through this without dying or going into Mad Max or whatever, you know. And so like that's it. That's the thing.
Awesome, man. That's cool.
They were mentioning like you should.
Anything on your mind that you just want to throw out there to the general population to keep their minds open with? Something.
But like at the same time,
Do
like,
art.
it's an interesting thought.
More of it. Lots of it. Crazy amounts. Do all the art.
I love it. That's part of why I love him so much, because instead of just the STEM field, it's STEAM. Include
STEAM.
art. Yes. I love it.
Against the current
Absurdity diffuses conflict. There is. I was watching Portland explode with all of the like protests and counter-protests, the Proud Boys and like Antifa coming out. They were starting to like get to that point. I could see that being the fuse that lit the bomb. And then I saw one event where the Proud Boy guy is in this like hockey gear, right? It's like big, mean, like padded up. It's got like no one has like guns, but they have like they're packing like weird like knives and axes and shit you can see online or whatever. And this counter protest group came out as an absurd branch of the Antifa. So they dressed up in like banana suits and threw like sparkles on this big beefy dude in hockey gear, and you're just like, oh my god, that's how you do it. You can't fucking fight when you're just like, what is happening?
That reminds me of like when I was in high school and like the whole like fight, people are gonna fight, whatever. I had a friend who always said, if someone's trying to fight you, just pull your pants down.
Yeah. Like,
they're gonna not know what to do. That's awesome. Do you want a pen for your interview?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Alright, is there anything you want to plug? What you're doing is really awesome.
Yeah, so I've been dumping my money and my time. At this point, I'm up to like every waking hour into this movement and my project. I'm starting to run low on money. Get it done, do whatever I can, but the more money I get, the faster I can go around, the more people I can link up, the more resources we get moving.
How do people do that? How do they?
So I started a Patreon. You can find it at patreon.com/48 States for Yang.
Link below.
Below. The magic of movie making. And so the idea is that it's a per creation, so every state that I go to, I'm taking pictures of some of the like artistic stuff and beauty, like the murals on buildings, like sculptures and whatever, and then juxtaposing it against like the decay and the death and the tent cities and like abandoned warehouses and everything, and kind of talking about what I'm seeing in each state and like who I've been talking to and all that stuff. So pictures, prose, it's cool.
It's awesome, man. I was trying to find a particular button for you, but I think I can bring artists for you.
Alright, so say your name for the camera and then spell it.
Hi, my name is Kit Tran, Kiet, last name Tran. Sorry, I got lost in Foo Fighter. Thank you for doing this. When did you arrive in Iowa? Last night.
Fair enough. How long you stayed?
I stayed through to the caucus.
Really? Yeah. Awesome to hear. I've heard that more than I expected to.
Really? Oh.
There's a lot of people.
Should get connected with more of these people.
Yeah. I'll find the names and try to get you.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, do you guys have like people's phone numbers as well so you can like blast out like specific information?
I wish we were collecting some data, but no, we just got names. I'm sure we can find them on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. So, okay, that's a really big commitment. You obviously like Yang, but like, why are you doing this? Why are you putting so much in? Like, is there a deep like push for you every day?
I think when Andrew Yang said like, I'm a parent, I'm a patriot, and I'll be damned if I like don't do anything about this. And based on the case that he's laid out and the solutions he's laid out, I feel that sense of energy as well. It's like, it feels to me like a do or die kind of moment. So whatever time, energy I have, I feel like I should point it towards helping this man into presidency.
So we hear about like the freedom dividend and democracy. Honestly, not democracy is enough, but we hear about a lot of these policies. Do you have a favorite obscure one that doesn't get talked about at all, but it's like just odd enough to like pique your interest?
Would you consider the human-centered capitalism
It's not talked about enough.
Yeah, in that sense, like I feel it's
for how big of a deal it is.
Yeah, even though it's like one of his top 3 that is on his website. Oh yeah, I think that makes sense because in my work history, I've worked in manufacturing, and a rule of business is like you can't influence what you don't measure. And so with the measurements right now, GDP and stock market, like that doesn't measure well-being, right? So, like he says, GDP, stock market, doing great, but how about like our well-being? We've seen a couple, stories and trends that it's not doing as great. So, there's definitely like that divide going on there, and I think it makes sense to, a couple of those measurements together to say like have a balanced view, right? Like we're not sacrificing our health. I had like a thought otherwise, like this is kind of like the work-life balance conversation we're having. Like we're working too hard, we're making a lot of money, a lot of material success, but our humanity is kind of suffering.
Let's not talk about really enough. Poverty and people that's not happy. Stock market highs don't mean nothing.
So that way you can just take a shit.
So, do you have like a go-to, or can you come up with a 30-second to a minute long elevator pitch where you're talking to someone that knows little to nothing about engineering, and you're just wanting to lay the groundwork or even get them excited about it in like a soundbite format? Like you don't have much time.
I would say he's a not-for-profit entrepreneur who's seen a wide spectrum of America. He feels he's got a pulse on the problems of today and the problems of tomorrow, and he's preparing to patriot. He's not going to stand by and let the future unfold in a way that's not going to benefit our children and our future generations.
Anything else you got on your mind that you want the general population keep in mind as we move forward? Like something to keep an open mind about. about, what to watch out for? Something you're excited that's coming up, like
like an event or something like that?
Event, just a general consensus on how this is going, what you think might happen in the caucus.
For the caucus? Oh man, that's a good question. I don't know. Expect the unexpected, I guess, contrary to what mainstream media advocates or pushes as a narrative for Andrew Yang. Stay open.
It's a good point. Like we have more support than the polls indicate. We're getting less coverage than the polls should let us get.
Yeah.
So like that's 2x right there. Conversion on what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for your support out here.
Yeah, no problem.
Would you like a pen for your...
Oh, sure, yeah. This would be
All right, as you can see, the room. There you go. That made me look stupid. As you can see, the room is emptying out. We got quite a few good interviews. I know Ultra's a lot bigger than Bike Toast. We got quite a few good interviews. We're gonna go edit here in a minute. We might get a shot before we leave, just to give us some creative inspiration. We hope you loved these interviews as much as we did. We were laughing. We had a great time. We even turned off the camera and just kept talking to these people for minutes and minutes after we were done filming. We're loving this. Keep tuned.
There it is, 48 states.
That's cool. That's really cool. Sorry.
Boom.
Awesome. Hey,
nice.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, it's cool.